can see how velvety smooth that cheese is. Let's see if these are ready yet. It's ready. All right, let's drain the pasta. Okay, so we're going to start making the cheese sauce for the mac and cheese. We're going to start by melting some butter and putting in some milk. I'm starting with 12 ounces of milk. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it all. As you're making it, you can decide how thin or how thick you want your cheese sauce to be. It's really a personal preference. And in terms of the cheeses, again, it's all up to you. I'm making a 4-cheese mac and cheese today with some Monterey Jack, mozzarella, sharp cheddar, and white cheddar. And just to make it creamier, I'm going to add some cream cheese to it. Okay, so let's start by melting the butter. I'm using about 8 ounces of everything. So 8 ounces of butter. I'll start with 8 ounces of milk. So just have to let this melt down. I'm putting the heat up a little high right now just to get everything started. But once I put the cheeses in, we will turn the heat down because we certainly don't want our cheese to burn. All right, so we'll start with 8 ounces of milk. And if we need to thin it out a little bit more later, we can do that. All right, so now that the base is melted, I'm turning down the heat a little bit, and I switched to my wire whisk so I can make sure that everything gets nice and blended together. All right, let's start adding the cheeses now. You can see how nice and creamy this is getting now. So I just add the cheeses one at a time and let them melt down a little bit before putting in the next one. And this is getting really thick now, so I'm going to add the rest of the milk. And this is the sharp cheddar now. So this cheese sauce, you know, sometimes I never know exactly how much to put in because cheeses vary. I just added another 8 ounces of milk because the cheeses were a bit thick and I wanted it to be a little creamier, not a little looser. So now we just have to let this all melt together again. All right, our cheese is nice and melted now. I'm going to add a few spices in. So I'm putting in a teaspoon of white pepper, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. And you know, we'll taste it to see if we like it. You can always add more or less, however you prefer. And now we're ready to add the noodles. All right, so now we're ready to assemble our mac and cheese. So I used some elbow macaroni. And once again, you can use whatever you want, rotini, penne, whatever you want. So I'm going to put a little, I'm going to add some cheese. Oh, look at that. Wow. Ooey gooey cheese, that is amazing. And that's it. Ooey, gooey, cheesy mac and cheese. The perfect complement to any summer barbecue. Or, this is just my kids' favorite mac and cheese. There doesn't have to be a special occasion. Let's put a light sprinkling of paprika. Go ahead. That really is terrific. Nice and smooth and creamy. That cheese is velvety smooth.